All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, April 12th, set by Fed. Friday is usually the most difficult of the week, although they've all been difficult this week, I think. Well, let's see what Fed has in store. Half-hearted gospel ministers back on with a mass. Ooh, I wonder if gospel might be one of Mark, Luke, John, the short ones, not Matthew, I think. Although maybe abbreviated, but and then ministers back makes me think we're going to reverse something like Rev, Ver, John Ver, Mark Ver, with a, oh, but now I'm thinking half-hearted gospel means we take away some of the inner letters of gospel. I don't think we empty it out completely, but how is this going to work? Yeah, so then the definition would be mass. Now, is that a religious service or is it a physical mass? I'm not sure about that. How about Swedish band regret turning record over the wrong way? Well, ABBA, of course, is the obvious Swedish band, or the Cardigans, I'm rather partial to. Regret could be rue. Turning, oh, EUR, record over the wrong way. So I think we reverse two things separately. I think the answer is Europe. Now, if you had asked me, I would have thought they were German. Of course, I just know the final countdown, but maybe they are Swedish because I can see that EUR is RU backwards, and then a record can be an EP and O for over in cricket. And if they go the wrong way, you get Europe. I won't check it yet, but that seems to make sense. Let's try, let's try these. Oh, be great to get, oh, look at these down. There are four of them that go all the way. Well, if you don't get them, you're in a bad way. But if you can get any of these, that's going to really help me. Finishing off, champagne with steak, making foremost amongst them, question dish. Ay, ay, ay. Well, just because finishing off sounds like a wordplay, direction, and with, making foremost amongst them, question, I'm thinking it might be a dish. I am thinking of I suppose, a classic British dish, bubble and squeak. Oh, of course, because champagne would be bubbly, or maybe bubbles. Hold on, no, bubble. Oops. And squeak. Oh, I can see that in steak, we replace the T, which is the foremost amongst the word them. The first letter in them is a T, and we change that into QU, which can be an abbreviation for question. With, I think, is just and. And so champagne is simply bubble. Is that right? I've heard bubbly. Um, I don't think it's bubbly and squeak, isn't it? Bubble and squeak? Let me pause and look that up. Yeah, it seems to be just bubble and squeak. British dish made from cooked potatoes and cabbage mixed together and fried. I think a way to use up leftovers, but that's great to get all of those crossing letters. And some are unusual. The B. Let's try this one. Get in boat at sea. Well, the B definitely helps because in boat has 6 letters with a B. At sea can be an anagram indicator. And if we mix up those letters for a word for get, we have obtain. All right. Our half-hearted gospel now. Maybe it is one of the gospels, but so maybe Luke. He only has the U from his middle letters. We drop the K. And then we would have, well, I don't think it's going to be L-U-E. Ministers back on with a mass. Is there a word beginning L-U-E? No, not liking that. All right, let's go back to these great down clues. Perhaps Harvey Nicks, delivery expected, primarily with unopened flat pack. Well, just because I've seen clues before where you see something like perhaps Harvey Nicks, that turns out to be the definition saying Harvey, isn't it Harvey Nichols, and it's called Harvey Nicks for short. Of course, it could also be just perhaps Harvey. But I think it might be Harvey Nichols as an example of a department store. Delivery expected primarily with unopened flat pack. Now that's the part, the wordplay I don't see at all. Pack could be store, maybe, working backwards. Delivery expected primarily. Maybe that's simply the D and the E at the beginning are the primary letters of delivery expected with unopened. Trying to see if there's some anagramming going on here. No. Of course, we'll find out if this is right when we get the crossing letters, but it seems fairly all right. How about this 12 across? Live or live with St. George. Oh, this is, I think, probably the greatest footballer who ever lived. I think Pele would agree with that. So to live is to be, and a saint can be abbreviated to ST, and you get best. What was his famous quote? I spent half of my money on booze, birds, and fast cars. The rest I squandered. He was a horse of a man, no doubt about it. All right, well, at least the A and the T collaborated being department store. How about shocking treatment on board ship after discovering tiny woodworm, say? Ooh, I wonder if it could be woodworm say as the definition, and they're insects, right? So could it be insects? How would the word play? Shocking treatment on board. Ah, yes, the shocking treatment is ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, is that it? And it's on board a ship, which is a crossword convention since an SS, I think, is a steamship. And so if you put anything between two S's, it is said to be on board a ship. And then after discovering, oh, we've seen this before, discovering in, in modern crosswordese means removing the covers. So you remove the outer letters of tiny and you get in. All right. Looks like it's going okay so far. Still don't know what this is with a mass. Nope. All right, here's a shorter down, although it's still 10 letters. Cleaning outfit, squares removing clothes covered in coffee. I wonder if it could be a cleaning outfit, as in a company that does cleaning. I don't know if that'd be a laundry, obviously, or a sanitation department. I don't know, squares removing clothes, which maybe is just taking the inner letters of square, Quar, but I don't think that's going to fit in with the letters we have. Covered in coffee. What's a short word for coffee that might go around it? Java, Joe. No, not seeing it. Touch on soap's conclusion. Being inspired by Dynasty. That is entertaining. Ooh. I want to say the definition is touch on, although the ending of this, that is entertaining. But entertaining can also be a wordplay indicator. One word entertains another by putting it inside it. And that is can be i.e. Soap's conclusion, being inspired. So again, being inspired by means going inside. And that is entertaining. Yeah, I wonder if IE could be the start and the end of it. We have a short word for a dynasty with a P inside it, and it means touch or touch on. So it could be touch as in, well, touch, put your finger on, or it could be touch on as in talk about a subject. Dynasty. Yeah, not seeing it. How about clever person that set this up on time? Ooh, I think it's going to be a clever person, nerd, dweeb, a egghead that set this up on T for time, I suppose. The only thing I'm wondering is if set is turned up and that's put on time, you would get test, but unless it's an and lit where the definition is mixed in with the wordplay, but it's not exactly that because it really seems clever person. Yeah, I don't like test. It's too early for me to click the check this button. I'll try and remember that that may not be right. All right, let's go on to another one of these long ones. Seeing threat demo posed, choppers may be prepared for combat. Well, I felt like the first half was wordplay, and I think we're possibly going to be doing an anagram of seeing threat demo. Does that have 15 letters? No, not exactly. No, it's 16, right? 6 and 6 and 4. Oh, maybe it's a threat demo posed. Yeah, I think so. But I was thinking about prepared for combat, and then I'm thinking about the choppers. They sometimes use those as a slang word for teeth. And if I think about being ready for combat and teeth, I think of armed to the teeth. So let's see. And opposed doesn't have, or there's no P in the answer, so must be seeing. No, there's no G. Threat demo. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the wordplay is working. Let me pause and just see if I can figure that out. Yes, so it's an anagram of threat demo, gives us armed to the, and then choppers is teeth. And so this is an overlap between the wordplay and I suppose the definition in a way. All right, how about this long one? Welcome, subject of discussion, ask if vote helped out. Ooh. Welcome, maybe it's a welcome subject of discussion, something to my ears, or oh, apple of something, no. And then ask if vote helped out. I think maybe the wordplay. I'm just not seeing it. That's all right. Got 3 of the long ones. So let's go back to the crosses. Night wears tight, good to go naked. Oh, I think it's going to be to go naked as the definition, not in the buff, in the something. Night wears tight, and then I think a good maybe. So it might end in a G. No, night wears tight. It's a great clue. Very good surface. Night wears tight, good to go naked. Just not coming to me. All right, how about management? Helping to hold sledge back. Ooh. No, I'm not seeing that one. Is it going to be management? Directors or something like that? Helping to hold. So maybe a word for helping that holds another word for sledge, which could just be sled, and it has that backwards. Then we would have D-E-L-S-T, D-E-L-S. Not sure about that. How about film Lyle's partner after hole in one? Well, I can only think of Tate and Lyle, who make golden syrup, among other things. So Tate after hole in one. Ah, and it's going to be is it going to be the title of a film? Or is it going to be the type of film you see on top of liquids, for example? Film. Oh man, after hole in one. One can be I, but I think it's going to be some golf reference. Is there something like a birdie, eagle? No, I'm not. Let me pause and sip my water and think about films that might end in TATE. Well, I looked at wordplays.com, I confess, to see words that end in tate, and one is an acetate. Now, I know an acetate was an early way of recording music. I don't know if it would be a film. Oh, but I think it might also have been used as a film uh, substance medium. So maybe that is how film is acetate. I really only think of it in recording before magnetic tape. And then an ace, yeah, I can see if you ace something, you get it in one. So that does make sense. All right, his other Malbec keeps at constant temperature. Ooh, I don't know what his other is trying to get us to do, but I'm thinking it's going to be something like isothermic. I know an isobar shows a line or shows areas with the same pressure, and I think an isotherm does the same for temperatures. His oh yes. So it's actually hidden right within his other Malbec. Oh no, isothermal. There we go. Now that I check again. Yeah, so it's a hidden clue starting at the I in his. All right, isothermal. First lady, well, beginning with E, that has to be Eve. Meeting resistance, which can be represented by the letter R at all times, ever. That's a nice Monday sort of clue. I like that. Hardy girl, just starting to embody essence of Geordie Shore. Now, I think there is a reality television program which was obviously based on or inspired by Jersey Shore. Essence of Geordie Shore. Hardy, if it's a female character from a Thomas Hardy novel, I just know Tess just starting to embody, which would be maybe an E. Essence of Geordie Shore. Would that be the Tyne? The essence of the Geordie Shore? No, I may have to look up Thomas Hardy characters. Ooh, Tom Petty originally heard round tent. So of course we read this as something to do with, excuse me, Tom Petty. But Tom is often a cat, and Petty originally could be a P. Heard round tent. Oh, is there a word for a round tent? And this might be a homophone for it. And maybe it's going to be a type of cat. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. For starters, Ratty and Mole regularly seeing Mr. Toad drive aggressively. All right, so very good surface for wind in the willows, but I'm thinking you might just start with R and A, which are the starters of ratty and um, maybe even mole, but then regularly seeing is telling me to take regular letters out of seeing, which would have to be SEN. I don't think it's going to be EIG, but seeing Mr. Toad, I think it's going to mean drive aggressively. Huh, well, I'm not thinking of what that could be. No, no, I feel like it's close, but I'm just not getting what is mole and yeah, I don't think it's going to be, well, could it be um, ram ram is what does ramrod mean? Let me look that up. No, ramrod is something for cleaning out the barrel of a gun, and then by application, someone who's a strict disciplinarian. Now I have to come back to that one. Thrilling to pick most of cereal crop. Ah, is it going to be a word for thrilling, exciting? It fits, but how is the cereal crop pick most of? No, not seeing it. All right, let's go back to the Downs. Spot's Pub is hosting match. Ooh, I suppose it's going to be match or is hosting match. I'm thinking, oh, it could be Spots, Speckles. Pub is hosting match. Yeah, not getting that. I suppose one side effect of having all these long downs is there are fewer down clues than usual. Drunk son, crazy about the girl. Ooh, I wonder if it could be a word meaning drunk, of which there are many. Son could be an M. And then we have mad about, oh, the girl could be she. I was thinking it would be a girl's name, but I think it's smashed, which is one of the words for drunk. Oh, this is looking like exciting. Although I think there are other E words that mean exciting. All right, how about current terms of the grand unified theory? Ooh. Well, the abbreviation of that would be gut. Could it just be guts? Current can be I think. And then something for terms. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. All right, let's, where to go? Yeah, let me try and think of phrases for naked or to go naked. Well, I'm wondering if it could be in the raw. I was just thinking good to go means we think of some word that has a G, but that G for good has to go. And is it tight itself? I don't think so. Oh, it is actually. It's an anagram of nightwear. It is tight, in this case, drunken or anagrammed, but we remove the G. Ah, all right. Now, how about touch on soap's conclusion being inspired by Dynasty? That is entertaining. Touch on. Yeah, not seeing it. Oh, how about our welcome subject of discussion? I think this has to be the ask if vote helped out. I wonder if the first word is speak. Speak on the speak on the something. Speak at, speak in. Ask if vote. What's another word for vote helped out? No, I'm not. All right, we're off past the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to put in exciting here, and we'll see if it is. Oops, let's try and type it the right way, see if it's right. No, okay. Oh well. How about this one? Starters. There is the rat run, which regularly seeing Mr. Toad. No, I don't. But rat run is a phrase I learned from this crossword a few months ago. It's when you drive on the side streets through residential areas to avoid the main streets when they're backed up. Could it be? Well, we do have rat. How about rat run? Let's check it. No, but it is RA. So I did think it might be that. Well, let me put in ramrod, and it is ramrod. I don't understand that, so we're going to have to rely on 15 squared. Now, current terms of the grand unified theory. Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe we have to separate grand, which could be 1,000, can be G, K, or M. Unified theory. No, not seeing it. Yeah, let me pause and look up Thomas Hardy and see what we have. No, I'm not seeing any name that would fit in there. I'm wondering now if the definition could be hardy, as in strong, courageous, gutness, something less or something less. And maybe it is an essence of Geordie Shore. I think I'm just going to go ahead and reveal this one. It's just doing my head in. Buttress. Oh. So I think shore is the definition. To shore up is to buttress your defenses. Hardy girl, oh, is there a Bess? Just starting to embody essence of Geordie. No, I do not get that at all. All right, so now our current terms of the grand unified theory. Well, I can only think of ends. Let's check it. No, let's reveal it. Eddy, oh, a current. Okay. And then terms. Oh my goodness. Terms here is meaning terminations of the last four words EDDY. Oh my goodness, is that fair to use terms for terminations or terminals? I'm not sure about that. All right, thrilling, it's not exciting, let's reveal it. Electric, okay. To pick most of. Um, it's to pick is to elect, and most of a cereal crop is most of rice. My goodness. Yeah, very poor showing by me today. Let's go back to where it all started. Half-hearted gospel ministers back on with a mass. Oh, lukewarm would be half-hearted. And so we have the gospel and the ministers back on with a mass. Oh, I think with is simply W and A. And then we have M for mass, R for reverend, for minister. Oh, don't fully decipher that. Let's see what 15 squared has to say. All right, our cleaning outfit, squares removing clothes covered in coffee. Oh, I'm thinking of latte could be the coffee. Oh, and I said launder, but I'm wondering if it's. Oh, we don't have. Is it laundry? Oh, yeah, my beautiful laundrette. I think I would have said launderette, but I think that is the cleaning outfit. Squares removing clothes. Covered in coffee. Well, removing clothes is undress, but we remove, I think, the two S's for squares. One S is a square, so two S's are squares. Oh my goodness. Management, helping to hold sledge back. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reveal that. Some word for management, I suppose. Regulation. I suppose management of something in general is regulation of it. Let's see. Helping. Oh, a helping, I think, is a ration. Oh, and the sledge. Oh, I never think of a luge unless the Winter Olympics are on. Oh, of course. Oh, my goodness. All right. So how about now our touch on, oh, well then impinge comes to mind. Soap's conclusion is the P, being inspired by dynasty, oh, is the Ming, and that is, i.e., does go all around as I suspected. Well, that's cold comfort. How about spots? Ooh, I think spots in a geographic sense could be localities. And we have our pub as our local. and then is hosting a tie. I think that's a British thing to describe some match between two teams as a tie, and that doesn't mean the score is tied. All right, Tom Petty, originally heard round tent. I do think it's going to be cat related, but I'm not thinking of anything, so let's reveal it. Ooh, a TP. Oh. So Tom Petty are the original letters of it, his initials T and P, and it's a homophone to get a TP. All right, just this long one to go. Welcome. Subject of discussion, ask if vote helped out. Well, that last word is, I think, interesting. So let me pause and think about that. Well, I thought of the word devil and then speak, which I thought earlier of the devil. Well, so that is said when somebody turns up and you've just been talking about them. You say, speak of the devil. I don't know. Is it implied the person is. Oh, no, I suppose it's just the verb to welcome the person. You say, speak of the devil. Now, how about ask if vote helped out? It's an anagram. Ask if vote helped is out or anagrammed. Oh my goodness, very tricky today. Let's check all. Oh my goodness. I never did get do that one. I think I put something. Oh, I put a test in. Yeah. All right. What is a clever person that set this up on time? What is a clever person? No, I'm going to reveal it. Deft. Okay. Clever. Oh, I never thought about Fed was the person who set this crossword. So Fed backwards on T for time. Yikes. And it just means clever. All right, let's see what 15 squared has to say. Oh, before we head over, I just realized there is one letter. I think I put a D in there. Let's check it. It is, I must have written smasher or something else. Anyway, let's see what 15 squared says. All right, today's blog is by Peter O. The long lights helped me to a reasonably quick solve. Notable for many well-formed sentences. I'd agree with that. So let's see. Half-hearted with plus A plus R. The minister's back. Plus M for mass. Okay. So that's how we get lukewarm. I wasn't sure about 20. Oh, it was Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Okay, an envelope to embody of R. The essence of Geordie is the middle letter. In, just, plus Tess. Starting indicates the order of the particles. Geordie Shore is a television series. Well, thank you very much. Hardy Girl just starting to embody. Oh, just starts. So we put the but at the beginning of Tess, and then we have to go back to the Hardy Girl and saying it's embodying the essence of Geordie. Oh my goodness, very complicated. And Ramrod, to force. So not drive a car aggressively, but to drive something in, to ram it in, I suppose. Yeah, I have heard ramrod. Somebody ramrodded new regulations through or something like that. All right, and the downs. Where does the first E come from? A charade of bubbly Finishing off champagne, okay, is bubble. Plus E plus N from with plus steak. My best, what needed here is bubbles. Ah, yes. And there's bubble and squeak. Charade of delivery expected. Apartment is flat minus its opening. Oh my goodness, plus store. Yep. Harvey Nichols is an upscale department store. Okay. Laundrette. An envelope covered in. Oh, a square. Oh, it's nothing to do. So I'm glad Peter was wondering the same thing I was of how undress came into it. But it's 100, which is a square, removing its outer letters. Good gracious. How are we supposed to come up with that? I ask you, in all honesty. All right, let's see what the commenters say. Didn't check the parsing of the last ones. Yeah, all people saying bubbles is champagne. All right, well, tough end to the week. There were quite a few I didn't get or I got completely wrong. But I enjoyed myself. I hope you did too. Thanks for watching and have a great day.